Okay, so the general use for this room from the client is going to be predominantly a kitchen in this area and a dining room in this area. And the design criteria, the essential appliances from the client are going to be a large fridge, large freezer, built-in oven, built-in microwave, boiling water tap, single bowl sink, integrated draining board into the worktop, powerful extractor, and a gas hob. So we discussed two primary options with the client. One of them being tall units in this area with a wraparound kitchen coming around with a peninsula coming out into the room. Client really kind of wanted to incorporate an island into the design. So best way that we could look at doing this for the client was actually to incorporate, because of the width of the room, the overall of this area is 4.4, dropping down to about 3.9 in this area. Now 3.9 in this area wouldn't just be enough to have units on both sides and have an island comfortably in the middle with what we like to recommend is a 1 meter gap in between. So what we've done in this instance, what we had suggested was we do an L-shaped design in this area, down roughly about this point, leaving half of the room for the dining area and kind of half into the kitchen, and then allowing for 1 meter gaps around the kitchen, main thoroughfares and usability space. We then plot out a line from this. So in this design then, most general conversations about an island or we have either a sink or a hob in it. So in this instance, as in about 80% of most of our clients, we had the hob integrated into this area. We had a series of tall units on this area. So we had a larder, larder, fridge, oven, microwave, larder, freezer. We then had incorporated some storage in the corner here with a glass shutter rolling up and down. And we then had the sink in this area, slightly offsetting the sink and hob. We never let them back to back. We like to stagger them ever so slightly just to allow for scope of sight when you're moving from the hob to the sink with some hot water. If you're going with pot of pasta perhaps. Units above here, stopping kind of short, framing this kind of section, allowing 1 meter gaps in here. On the island then, the client had requested some seating. Now they only wanted 2 seats in this instance, so we're going to do some seating here, and then a wee wine cooler down this area, offering some scope access back into this. So it's actually quite nice. It's nice and decorative. In this plan, then what we had done just with the dimensions of what we had, we couldn't do full depth storage, so we couldn't put any tall housing over here, but what we could do is put some shallow storage in here, and they were going to be mirrored in the same material as this, but again, all important, keeping the 1 meter gaps the entire way around, making sure that there was no pinch points working right into the kitchen.